Yeah, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Sorry that we started a little bit late. I know I said I was gonna come up around 1:40, but yes, we had a strategy meeting that was going on. That's why you were not able to have access to this link. So apologies for that. And most of the trades I was running then had already closed out. But let's see. Um, we already had most of the trades I would have loved to give you had already gone so far, and one of them was oil. All right. As at few minutes ago, oil just had a massive push up. I would have actually loved it to take advantage of. Okay, but then have you been seeing what's going on in the market? Have you been seeing what's going on in the market? We've been having some really, really good market volatility going up, and we're expecting of a kind of a little bit of a retracement or a reversal. So now I won't be able to give you any other trade as the one I had wanted to give out, which is the oil has already closed. All right. And I wouldn't just want to give you a trade that would not make you some profit. So I wasn't yeah, I thought the meeting will finish on time. All right. I thought I'll be able to just continue. But apparently it didn't finish as I planned. So it's actually on me. So I apologize for that. Okay. And there is no any other channel that I could say, okay, fine, let me just send a message like this and everybody gets it. At least everybody that knows about this message gets it. All right. So that is where the challenge is. But next time I would try to make sure that I clear every other activity before the time. All right. So that's basically that. All right. But then today it's going to be some really, really good day. All right. If you've been following all our trades since morning, I believe that you should have actually made some good profit. And I know that um uh some of those persons I was able to have contact with this morning, you probably should have also made some really good profit today because today has been a money making day. If you know, you know. All right. Yeah, a lot of you would have like I have a couple of clients I've been able to get across to today, and it's been an ocean of blue. It's been an ocean of blue all through today. And congratulations to all of you that have made some profit. So first of all, we're going to be starting up with okay, it's already 2 o'clock. So what I'm just going to do is that let's just give just 2 more minutes. Okay, since we're not able to enter trade, so uh we're just going to be giving them 2 more minutes for others to join in. So by 2:02, we start, and we're going to be starting with fundamentals, right? Okay, so let's go ahead. Those people that are saying no audio, we're just waiting for you. We're waiting for you. We're waiting for you. I had to keep every other person waiting just because of you. All right, so let's go ahead. I said I was going to be starting up with reviewing some of the fundamentals that came out today. And funny enough, a lot of you, I know you probably will be wondering, but there are no fundamentals. What is actually moving the market? Well, we'll take a look at them today. Yes, actually, there was no any major fundamental that came out today, but trust me, the market actually moved. The volatility in the market right now, or let's say since 8 o'clock. No, let me know if I exaggerate. The volatility that has been in the market since 10 o'clock has actually been that of a massive result. All right, it's been a massive one, and of course there've been actually a lot of things that actually brought about that volatility in the market, and we're going to be looking at a couple of them. But first of all, let's take a look at the Forex Factory. And I remember I told you that there are no much sorry, just a second, please. Hold on the call. Please, I'm with you. Just a second. All right, so let's go ahead. All right, so now this is the Forex Factory. I told you that there are no major impact news on Forex Factory. This is Tuesday. Do you see the only two fundamentals that we had today is the one from AUD USD, AUD actually, which is the NAB business confidence. All right, that came out around 2:30 a.m. So early hours of the day. That was actually when the news came out. And of course, another one that came out by 1:15 p.m. from the US, which is the FOMC member speech that came out a few minutes ago. But then all these particular news are medium impact news. So do they really have the ability to push the market the way it did? All right. Did they really push the market the way it did? All right. The truth is that they don't. All right. Even if they had, all right, you will discover that the volatility will not be that much. And this is just about 1:15 p.m. But the move started around 10, or should I say around 10 actually. That was actually when the move started. In fact, the dollar started falling. The dollar started gaining strength since 10 o'clock in the morning. All right. So that means there is actually something else that probably would have caused the volatility. Do you understand? There's something else that would have caused the volatility. So that is now what brings us to the next part of this whole thing. It is not only Forex Factory that gives you news. All right. We also have another one, which is investing.com. Investing.com is actually one of those news channels that very much what you call them on the track and gives you a very good, and it actually gives you in details. It doesn't give you like that of Forex Factory, but then of course it's actually very much enlightening. All right. Now this is exactly what is causing this volatility in the market, and that is what you call um El Lily, this thing company had a little bit of course, it has a little bit of volatility today. Then SoftBank had a very terrible experience for today, and there've been a lot of investors in SoftBank are actually having the mindset that, oh, if this thing continues, like if the kind of experience or loss that SoftBank had today, if they have the same kind of loss tomorrow, we might be seeing another bank crash in the US. You know that in the month of March, April, we had a lot of bank crash in the US. About 3 banks actually crashed in US, and one of them was actually one of their biggest banks. All right. And going forward, coming to this particular SoftBank also, it is actually one of those banks that gives loan to all these big tech companies. And of course, there've been a lot of investors there. So that is actually one of the things that is affecting the stock market. All right. This particular news is affecting the stock market. It's actually giving a lot of weakness to the current indices. But of course, it's still increasing the strength of the currency. Do you understand? So you can just read can just go lower and you'll be able to read out some of these messages and what do you call it? You should be able to read out some of the messages, the news about it. Of course, you will see the reason. It said US stocks edged lower on Tuesday, suggesting a pullback from blah blah blah, a lot of things. So you can read about it. Then LLP this in ups on tab. Of course, you can read about this one also. Then SoftBank what do you call loss that also happened today. Then also Tesla had a very big loss today, and of course you know that Tesla is one of the big dogs in US 100, right? Tesla is one of them. So that is one of the major reasons you've been seeing a massive fall on US 100. Of course, you can attest to that. So Tesla also had a big what do you call loss? I said after their CFO departed, of course. So and of course oil also fall due to Chinese weak data. All right, there was a data that came out from the Chinese region, and of course it actually weakened oil. So that is one of the reasons why you're seeing a sell on oil. So this actually tells you the major reason, or tells us the major reason why we've been having some massive volatility in the market today. And of course, for the truth, if you check other instruments, you might not really be seeing this kind of market volatility. Like if you check other instruments other than the US instrument, you may not really be seeing this kind of volatility. But when you check any of the US currency pairs or index, you see the volatility is so much. All right. Now you probably will be asking, how come D30 is also falling, and also of course UK 100 also fell? Well, you know that D30 is quoted in dollars, and of course Eurozone is not left out in this BASBOs. All right, euro is not left out. So let's quickly go to our chart and actually see the effect of this news on the chart, and also how we can actually take advantage of this news. All right, so let's take a look at them. All right, so of course you can always join our Telegram channel. A lot of things are happening on our Telegram channel. You can join our Telegram channel via the link that has been posted on the chat section. And of course, you can always watch rebroadcast of any of our meetings. Of course, we had a meeting that just happened a few minutes ago. If you were not part of that meeting, of course, you cannot just go through our YouTube link and then join or go through that message, go through that meeting rather. And of course, do well to subscribe and activate the notification button so that you can always be getting, you can always get any notification from us, or any training that we are having that you missed. You can always get a rebroadcast through that channel. All right, so let's get straight to the business of the day, which is looking at what has actually been happening to the market, and starting up with, of course, the king of the market, which is dollar index. All right, so looking at dollar index, you will discover that dollar index has actually been pulling a lot of weight this today. It actually gained massive strength. Just like I said, when this kind of bank crisis happened in the US, you will notice that indices is actually the one that is mostly affected. All right, index are mostly affected. Why? Because when you have companies like that having issues, having crises, especially banks, do you understand? And bank is a major provider of currency pairs, of currencies, pardon me. All right. So when the arm of the economy that provides you with cash and the rest of them is going through distress, of course you will know that a lot of money would have gone into it. So it's actually going to increase the value of the currency. All right. But then the index of that particular economy is going to weaken, because that is actually an investment. That is it has to do with a lot of shares and the stocks, and of course these people also grant a lot of loans to Yeah, the link just scroll up a little bit on the chart, you'll be able to see the link. Thank you. All right, so that is actually one of the reasons why you've been seeing dollar gaining a lot of strength, and gold and other instruments losing massive strength. All right, so with that in mind, dollar, I'm actually expecting a little bit of a fall. All right, now this fall is not really as going to be that much. All right, just like now, what's it called, the gold is having a push up. All right, now gold is buying. So if you enter it's a buy on gold, you'll be able to make some money, or at least just quick money before it start retracing. But then dollar index also is having a little bit of a retracement. But the question is that, is the move on dollar index, has it ended? I don't think so. So looking at it on 5 minutes time frame, so on 1 hour time frame, you discover that the probability of this particular instrument still going up a little bit, at least to get to this proven resistance, is high. But also looking at it from a general angle, you can actually say that there's been a lot of overbought on this instrument. So let's take a look at it using our ADX briefly. All right, so now this is what I'm talking about. Now ADX is already having a curve telling you that it is not a perfect position to enter a buy or to just follow up the retracement. Now, for you to enter any retracement, you must, first of all, allow the market to go below this particular turncoat resistance. I know it's not a very strong one, but it is advised to allow it to go below the turncoat resistance before entering any sell. All right, before entering any sell. And if you also want to enter a buy, allow it to get back to the entry before going into a buy. So that is now what we now have to go to this particular point. And this is the turncoat resistance that we're seeing on 1 hour time frame. All right, so on 1 hour time frame, on 5 minutes time frame for ADX is giving us a sell confirmation. But the question is that, do you want to dive into the sell immediately? Do you want to dive into the sell immediately? And I will suggest, don't dive into the sell immediately, but rather you can set up a kind of a sell stop or a buy stop on this particular instrument, knowing that once it's able to break above this region or break below this region, you're going to be having a massive move going forward. All right, so with that in mind, we're going to be setting up this is dollar index, USD IDX. Like I said, I am still looking out for a further buy on dollar. That is a simple truth. I am still looking forward for a further buy. Now, the reason is because of this massive volatility that's happening, and of course, because of the weakness in the indices, and of course, because of the SoftBank meltdown, and of course, Tesla has been having some massive issues for today. So with that in mind, my major interest for today is actually to go in for a buy, but I don't want you to buy immediately. I don't want you to buy on the current market price. Don't buy immediately. Allow price to get back to the root, and then before you now follow it up to the proven resistance. So that being said, I want us to take up our trade at these price levels. I want us to take up our trade for the sell. You can enter a sell as price 102.324. 102.324. That is for the sell. 102.324. And then the take profit for the sell is 102.221. 102.221. Okay. Then for the buy, you can take up a buy position just immediately after this, a little bit of consolidation point around here, which is at price 102.553. 102.553. And remember, I told you that this instrument, my direction, my major interest is a buy. Do you understand? I am looking out for a further buy. So excuse me. I'm looking out for a further buy, but just for the time being, I will not be entering instant buy. I will not be entering instant execution. Okay. I will not be entering instant execution. I'm going to be taking it as a pending order. So my buy entry is at price 102.552. 102.552. And the take profit for the buy is 102.631. 102.631. I hope you're able to take that down, and I hope you've been able you set up the trade and of course make some profit from it. So for USD IDX, that is for dollar index, I am looking out for a buy, but please don't enter immediately. Don't enter on instant buy. Wait for the breakout. Wait for price to just move up a little bit or move down a little bit before taking advantage of that. So that brings us to the next one, which is Euro USD. Of course, Euro USD have been having a time of it a very massive sell today, you already know the reason. I've already stated the reason why you've been having this kind of a very big sell going on all this while on this particular instrument. All right. So with that in mind, you can actually say that dollar index is still going to sell. Okay. Yes, dollar index is still going to sell, and that is, of course, it's still heading to this particular verified support. So I'm going in for a sell on dollar index. I might take profit for dollar pardon me, not dollar index. Okay, somebody said TP for buy on dollar index. Okay, my TP for buy is 102.631. 102.631. Now, getting back to Euro USD, I am going in for a sell on Euro USD. So you can go ahead and sell your Euro USD at the current market price. So sell is an instant. When I say current market price, I mean instant execution. Or you can sell at the market price. All right. Some of you know it as sell by market. Yes, any of them that you know as it can either be called instant execution or sell by market or sell at the current market price. So which of them that you know, that is it. All right. So for for Euro USD, it is a sell for me, and my take profit for Euro USD is just at this price level. Let me just bring it up to this consolidation point. That is before the verified support at price 1.096. Sorry, let me take it again. 1.09402. That is my take profit for Euro USD. So for Euro USD, I am going in for a sell. All right, I am going in for a sell on Euro USD. All right, I'm going in for a sell on Euro USD. And of course, remember that, of course, as at yesterday, we had something like this, got to this point, and of course, had a massive fall back to the same level. It started, okay, went a little bit below it. Let's go on 1 hour time frame and see what I'm talking about. Now, do you see, yesterday we had a massive distance, but today it has covered up every single thing. So this particular candle, I'm expecting it to still retrace and then have a little bit of a push down before any other thing. But then for Euro USD today, I am looking out for a further sell on this instrument. I'm looking out for a further sell. All right, I'm looking out for a further sell. Now, you probably might look at it and say, oh, okay, it's actually been bouncing below these regions, but then there is no any fundamental coming out. Like I told you yesterday, it was mostly a technical trading. And today also, of course, there is a fundamental, which is actually what is giving strength to dollar. That fundamental is what is giving strength to dollar. And so with that in mind, I will be going in for a sell, knowing that dollar is actually very, very strong for today. All right, so I'll be going in for a sell on Euro USD just on 5 minutes time frame. All right, so my sell is on 5 minutes time frame, so I'm looking out for a further sell down to this point. So my take profit is priced 1.09402. That's where my take profit is going to be on dollar index. All right, so that's my take profit on dollar index. So going straight to my favorite instrument, of course, you're already aware, going in for USD JPY. USD JPY, of course, with now one thing you should know about USD JPY is that it has not been the strength in dollar has nothing on USD JPY today. All right, I know at early hours of today, the market actually had a massive JPY. I would like to give okay, so okay, I believe you can hear me now. All right. So going forward, I said for Euro USD, I'll be going in for for USD JPY, I'll be going in for a pending trade. All right, I'll be going in for a pending trade, and my entry position on this particular trade is for the buy. I'll be going in at price 143.276. 143.276. That is my entry position for the buy. Okay, 143.276. That's my entry position for the buy. And my take profit for the buy is at price 143.377. 143.377. Do you understand? Then next is for the sell, my sell position is going to be at price 143.021. 143.021. Then my take profit for the sell is at price 142.912. I'll just call the sell and the TP again. The sell is 143.021, and the take profit for the sell is 142.912. 142.912. So that is that for USDJPY. So let's quickly check and take a look at GBP USD before we go into the currency pairs. All right, before we go into the currency, into the indices market, and of course some other commodities that will be taken advantage of. Okay, so for GBP USD, hello, can anybody hear me? Hello, can anybody hear me? Yeah, thank you. Because some persons were saying they can't hear me, so I was wondering how come. So I just had to ask. Okay, thank you. All right, so let's go ahead. All right, now for GBP USD, let's take a look at this. Now, today dollar has actually been very strong, but then GBP had a massive reversal at this level. It had a massive reversal at this level. Do you understand? It has a massive reversal at this level. Okay, so what are you expecting? I'm actually expecting this market to have a little bit of a pullback. All right, so this buy, don't enter immediately. I know it's currently buying, but I will not advise you to just jump into the buy immediately. Do you understand? Reason being that I know that he's having a massive timing, all right, and a full-time buy. But then there is a resistance just at that price. All right. So for GBP USD, I would not advise an instant buy. I would not advise an instant execution. But rather, if you want to trade on GBP USD, I'm going to be calling the number. Please, if you can take it down quickly so that we can move into the indices market. All right. So for GBP USD, the entry is for the buy is at price 1.27176. 1.27176. So that is where I'm going to be entering my buy for GBP USD. GBP USD, my entry position is at price 1.27176, and the take profit is 1.27258. I believe you can actually see it on my screen also. Those lines I marked there are the entry position. So you can just take a look at it and be able to enter those ones. Then I'll just take it again, 1.27176, that is the entry, and the TP is 1.27258. And for the sell is 1.27016. 1.27016, and the TP is 1.26931. 1.26931, right? So that is that for this particular instrument, and I believe I should be able to make some profit. And somebody actually asked me to repeat the entry for UJ, which is a USD JPY, and I said for the buy, the USD JPY is at price 143.276, and the TP is 143.377. All right, so for the sell is 143.021. And okay, so okay, I think the person only asked for the this thing. Okay, so let's just move over to one final instrument before we go into the. Okay, so I remember sometime last week, I told you. Okay, I think it was on Thursday. All right, I told you that AUD USD is a sell, right? And I told you that it's a long sell. All right, so I haven't changed my mind from that either. So AUD USD is still on a sell trend. Even I think I also mentioned that USD card, usually AUD card also is also on a sell trend, right? Yes, even the trend has not changed, but we're just having a massive reversal. But for AUD USD, it is still a long-term trade. All right. So if you still want to make some profit on this particular trade, yes, you can still go ahead and sell AUD USD. That is AU. All right. And your take profit should, okay, you can actually set up your take profit on this particular trade at price 0.64869, 0.64869, and it's a long-term trade. All right. It's a long-term trade. That is AUD USD. We've actually been selling since Thursday. I know a lot of you did not enter the trade, but if you did, I believe that you will still be on a very good profit. And of course, it is still going down. That is for AUD USD. AUD USD trade will still be going all the way down. All right. So that is that for AUD USD. And of course, let's quickly take a look at the indices and then know what's currently going on. All right. Now, just briefly, you know that we read, yes, please, for AUD, yeah, it is. From the news that we read, we said China actually reduced their demand for oil. Their data is came out negative. All right, the data from Chinese economy came out negative. And so going forward, you might actually be seeing a low demand on oil. If China has a little bit of a negative trade balance, you're going to be seeing a further sell on oil. So don't be in a hurry to enter a buy on oil. If you're taking up any buy on oil, let it just be a very tiny buy. But then the major trend you're going to be experiencing for the later part of today is going to be a further sell. So now, currently going on gold, yes, of course, we already read about a lot of things happening in the US region. And of course, you know that US works in opposite direction with gold. So the question is that, are you going to be taking up a sell on gold, or are you going to be taking up a buy on gold? Looking at this particular trade, you will discover that the volatility has actually been very much massive, and it is currently resting on a proven resistance. Sorry, a proven support. It is currently resting on a proven support on 5 minutes time frame. All right. So looking at it in a holistic way, I'm going to be considering a further sell on gold. Yes, looking at it the way it is, I know it's currently on a verified resistance, support, but I'll be going in for a further sell on gold. Yes, I'll be going in for a further sell on gold. Even on US 2000, yes, on US 2000, I'll also be going in for a further sell on US 2000, right? So for US 2000 and gold, I'll be going in for a further sell. So you can go ahead and sell your gold and also sell your US 2000. But for US 100, looking at US 100 on 5 minutes time frame, yes, I would also be going in for a further sell. I'll also be going in for a further sell on US 100. I know that this instrument has been selling since morning, no doubt. I am aware of that. But a little bit of further sell it's not a crime, is it? Yeah. So for US 100, I'll be going in for a further sell. So for gold and US gold and US 2000, you can go ahead and sell. Yes, you can go ahead and sell your gold and US 2000. But for US 30, also I'll be going in for a sell on US 30. Sorry, hold on USD for the US 30. Please, for US 30, don't enter a trade yet until this particular trade has broken below here or above where the market is currently. But for US 100, okay, now let's use on US 30. Let's use US 100 to judge US 30. I believe you're already on gold on profit for US 100. Okay, US 100, yes, is a sell. US 1000 is a sell. Gold is a sell. But US 30, we can only sell when the price breaks below this point. All right, we can only sell once price go below this particular region. And in few, okay, perfect. It has done that. So for US 30 also is also a sell. All right, it's also a sell. You don't need to ask for TP. Once you have made some profits, you don't need to keep staying in the market. Just close already. All right, that is how to do it. Enter with a good lot size and then enter the trade and make your profits. Do you understand? So is a sell on all indices is a sell. You can go ahead and sell your indices. All right, US 30, US 100, US 2000, you can go ahead and sell. And of course, on gold, you can also go ahead and sell on gold. All right, so that is that for this instrument. And Mr. Usman, I already told you the reason why indices are selling today. And I told you that there is these are fundamental news that actually came out that is affecting this particular trade. So it might, you might actually, for today, these instruments are closing negative. They are closing on bearish. Do you understand? They are closing bearish for today. All right. It might have a reversal for tomorrow. Of course, it might actually. But for today, we're going to be having a more of a bearish move on all the indices. All right. So, of course, you should already be on profit for gold. You should already be on profit for US 100 and US 2000. Most of the indices are going to be on bearish. And I already told you that the reason why we're going to be having this massive volatility for today is because of the news I showed you from the beginning. There is a particular bank in the US that is having some economic crisis. And of course, there are still some trades that are some companies, and Tesla also had a negative balance. So for US 100 today, I am seeing a further sell for US 100. All right, so you get where the whole thing came from. All right, so maybe in your technical analysis, you might be seeing oversold. Yes, no doubt. You might likely be seeing oversold, but in a smaller time frame, we are seeing what is it called? Because of the trend that we're already having on this instrument, we're seeing a further sell. So that is that. So for gold, US 30, US 100, and US 2000, we're selling. I believe you already made some profit on that. All right. Dollar index, I told you that dollar index is better. You set up a pending on this particular trade. Can anybody hear me? Somebody said they can't hear me. Said no sound. I believe the sound is available. And someone also said that my dollar index went wire. I wasn't watching. But dollar index I gave, I believe, if you can remember, I said is a pending order, right? Okay, I believe I said a pending order. So I don't know if you enter the trade on dollar index. I don't know about that. I said dollar index, we gave out a pending trade. All right. Everybody see you can actually see my screen and also see the direction I gave out. And the only one I said sell instantly was US Euro USD. If you can remember, I said Euro USD sell. And of course, you should have already been on very close to take profit. And for this is my lovely right here, I also gave out a pending order and also on GBP USD. Okay, GBP USD sell has almost taken profit. Now, the reason why I gave out the pending order on this one, because of this particular consolidation point. So if you can remember, you know that dollar index was a pending trade. All right, so had a gap down, corn had a gap down. All right, sorry about that. I don't know, my internet actually went off. Okay, so like I said, agro commodities, I am selling on agro commodities. Today, and of course, with that, I'll be going in for a sale on agro commodities. Yes, I know it's currently having a little bit of a push up, but I'm going to be seeing a further sale on agro commodities. And I hope you've been able to make some profits on US 2000, massive sale, US 100 still selling, US 30, of course, it also had a massive sale. Gold, congratulations for those that took up the gold. And I told you that for oil, don't buy oil, rather than you can go ahead with a sale on oil. I know it's not part of the business of the day, but of course, oil is still going to go down a little bit because of the fundamental. Then GBP USD has taken profit. USD is yet to start, but then Euro USD has taken profit. So congratulations to everybody that actually took some of those trades. Congratulations to most of you that took the trade, and it's been a good time having you around for today. I hope you actually made some profit today. I hope you did. So you're going to be you can join us same time, same link tomorrow. Of course, we're going to be talking about some few things. And by the way, before you go, there are a couple of fundamentals that are coming out tomorrow. Please be on the lookout, because we're looking out for having a massive trading experience for tomorrow because of these fundamentals. All right. So for tomorrow's fundamental, we have what's it called? NZD, the inflation expectation. Then we have Chinese PPI and Chinese CPI. You probably might be wondering, how does that got to do with me? For China to be having their CPI and PPI, oil and gold is going to be running. Sorry, excuse me. Oil and gold is going to be running up and down. They're going to be running kitty kitty kata kata. So be on the lookout for oil and gold for tomorrow. And it's coming out as early as 2:30 a.m. So from 2:30 a.m. till around 8, 9 a.m., you're going to be seeing some massive volatilities in oil and gold, most especially. And of course, you can also decide to trade on what's it called? Euro CHN. All right, CNY rather. That's this Chinese economy. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. And of course, somebody said you're not yet in profit on gold. Then you didn't do what we said you should do. Okay, so you have the links to subscribe to our channels. Click on the link to join all our channels, Telegram and YouTube. Do have a lovely day, and see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Yeah, join us for early morning analysis by 8 a.m.